On a lighter note, I've been going through sort of boxes and sort of tidying up my storeroom here. I've been buying little bits and pieces and accessories for years. I steer clear of watches because I've never worn a watch myself, don't really understand them. I've got one nice Mappin and Webb sort of Art Deco 1930s pocket watch, but I'm unlikely to wear it unless I get married again or something. Lighters. In any film, the close-ups were always some couple lighting a cigarette and having this romantic little sort of tete-a-tete. There'd always be a cigarette involved. No more, of course, now. And of course, everybody walked into a pub or restaurant, immediately got the fags out, handed them out, started smoking. And there was a time when I decided I wanted to look more grown up and sophisticated, and I smoked for about maybe 3 years. I was never a heavy smoker. I smoked about maybe 10 cigarettes a day, something like that. I think I was about 40 at the time. Yeah, but I soon stopped when I think my son from my second marriage was born. I thought, right, no more cigarettes. And I didn't have any difficulty stopping. But of course, that gives you the opportunity to buy lots of kit, like cigarette lighters, because you could... see, girls would take a cigarette out of a packet at a bar and expect the nearest man to come and light it for you. That was a sort of social thing, smoking. Obviously, it's not good for you, but all little gadgets and things you could buy. I mean, this, I think, it's got a white spot on it. It's a Dunhill. That's very Art Deco colours. This green. You see lots of hairdressers and. So I think butchers from that had that sort of black and green with Art Deco lettering. And you could stick a cigarette in there and look very sophisticated people like would like to have a cigarette holder. And you get little fatter ones for cigars. And all these are really beautiful things with, that's a little silver, shine that up a little bit, that's a silver band on there. That's probably meerschaum or something on there. These are really beautiful items, now no longer used, because whereas you could go to a bar and light up your Dunhill cigarette or something and maybe cigarette holder and look pretty cool and sophisticated, now it's round the back of the bike sheds again, so there's no opportunity to display your pretty cool lighter. Now, I've got a collection of lighters. I couldn't find all of them, but I'll do a little chat about them. So I've got a Calibri Kickstart, which was the first automatic lighter. And then there's other lighters which, you know, were a sort of one touch where you press a little button and they sort of fly up. I think it's Armstrong lighters. Yeah, I've got some more. I mean, here's a classic Dunhill lighter. This is the classic Dunhill petrol lighter, but this is the table model, because on your desk at work or in the middle of the table at a dinner party, you'd have a big table lighter. A lot of nightclubs would have things like these, very often with the name of the club written on, and some of these might be in Bakelite. This is a fairly cheap sort of chrome one. Ronson did some like this in this sort of Georgian kind of style like that. And yeah, these are table lighters. And yeah, everybody had these because you went into the doctor's and you said, "Oh, doctor, it's my nerves." And so, "Oh, have a cigarette," you know, and he'd wave a nicotine stained finger at you and tell you to eat more vegetables or something. And because everybody smokes. It's got gas lighters too. This is a very famous, the Ronson Variflame lighter. Yeah, oh, it's got a spark. Yeah, just need some gas in that. We'll spark that one up a little later. And I thought I was sort of quite sophisticated in. I used to smoke Henry Winterman's little cigarillos things when I went into bars. I only have like one a night, so I'm not really a serious smoker. But I'd always have one of these little Lucifer case. They're always silver. I had a nice gold one that I lost. This has got Savoy London Hotel book matches in it. And it was just a little bit more interesting to have one of these than just a lighter, I think. There were no None of those little plastic lighters, they're the big lighters and things. They only came along, I think, maybe the 70s or something. But yeah, these in silver, if you lit a girl's cigarette, these are just more of a talking point. And I guess I'm finding all these things. I'm amazed that I've got so many tortoiseshell cigarette cases. I've got quite a few silver ones, and they're lovely things. I mean, I play guitar. There's a chap in America makes tortoiseshell plectrums for guitar, and they're magic. It's this material is really, really strange. If you have a plastic plectrum on a guitar, you strum it, it makes a clicking noise on the strings. And plastic ones are made to look like this, the same sort of texture and sort of colours, but they're not real tortoiseshell, which is actually turtle shell, I suppose. But when you use a genuine tortoiseshell pickup on a guitar, you strike the strings and it's silent. It's really strange when you try it for the first time. This chap in America makes them like as a custom thing. I think they're about $40 or something to get one. But I'm just looking at these and say, well, never going to use these anymore. Should I make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I could probably get 12 plectrums out of this, which would sell for a lot more than this case is worth. So, but I mean, you can't destroy these things, can you? This one here is Bakelite, very much of its time. Quite chunky in your pocket, that one, but I think this is more for sort of slim cigars rather than cigarettes. Yeah, so smoking, yeah. I was at Kempton Park Antiques Fair. I'd quite often buy, I used to sell a lot of these, particularly in Japan, in the Tokyo shop we'd sell these. This is the DuPont lighter, which is a bit like the Dunhill one, but it's a bit squarer and fatter. And the thing about these is, when you flick up the top, it makes a sort of ding sound. And some of them don't have a ding, and people don't buy me. My Japanese friends, I was with a Japanese friend at a car boot sale or something in Japan, and I said, aren't you going to buy that? He said, oh, no ding. It was a genuine DuPont lighter, but he was disappointed it didn't have the ding sound where it kept. So yeah, the Dunhill ones are similar to that. And now I was at Kempton Park Antique Fair, and I saw what I thought was a slim DuPont, and it's a Caran d'Ache lighter. Now, I'd never heard of these things. And I said, well, what's that? Is that DuPont? He said, no, it's Caran d'Ache. Oh, yeah, all right. I had a look. I thought, well, yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, it's a little gas lighter. Yeah, pretty cool. Strangest thing, I'd never ever seen one of these before. This one's solid silver. And I just moved a few stores along at Kempton Park Antiques Fair. And there's another one there, so I never see any ever, and then I find two Caran d'Ache. I've got a gold one and a silver one, and they're slimmer than the DuPont one, so these will go into a waistcoat pocket a little more easily. But I mean, obviously you shouldn't smoke, but it is a bit sad to see that you can't really be sort of a bit flashy with your cigarette lighter anymore. There's a bit of a... I remember we were in Japan once, sitting round a table in the club that I was part of once over there, and we were all smoking because I would allow myself the odd cigarette in Japan. And yeah, there was this one-upmanship with lighters. Somebody would have a vintage Dunhill, and then somebody might have some very old Kickstart Calibri or something like this, and then somebody would just have Lucifer case, which is sometimes less is more. So, but yeah. All gone now. No more cigarette holders. Now it's all back behind the cycle sheds and sort of smoking in the rain in smoking areas. So all gone.